Hello friends! In lesson 20, we're going to be using some place value strategies and our knowledge of the associative property to multiply multiples of 10. So take a look at what we're doing here, and it'll make more sense as we work through it. Use the parentheses to complete the equation. So here's our problem, 2 times 40. 40 is a multiple of 10 because if we skip count by tens, we will land on 40. So what they've done over here is they've shown where I can take 2 times 4 times 10. So they've broken it into 2 times 4 times 10. The 4 times 10 gets us the 40. The 2 is this 2, but they've put the parentheses around the 2 and the 4. So when they multiply those first, they get 8. Bring down that times 10, so 8 times 10 is 80. It's one way to solve to get the answer to 2 times 40. Some of you can do that in your head, so you're thinking, why do I need to do all this? But this is a good way to practice so that you can use it for bigger facts as well. Okay, so same problem, same factors, 2 times 4 times 10, but this time we've got the parentheses around the 4 times 10. So we end up with 2 times 40, which is where we started. This way, to me, doesn't really help me any to solve the answer, but you can kind of see the difference between where the parentheses go and the problems you have. So this is really two groups of 40, or 40 plus 40. Okay, so that way you're going to get 80 as well. That's what we're kind of doing with these problems here. So let's try the next one. 3 times 50. So what we're really doing is we're saying let's break down 50 into 5 groups of 10. Right? So here you have 3 times the 5 times 10. Okay, that's this. But they've moved the parentheses around the 3 times 5. So what is 3 times 5? 15, right? Okay, so 15 groups of 10. When you're solving that, what you're really doing is you're saying, well, what's 15 times 1? 15, right? And then just bring that 0 down to the end to get 150. Okay, now here's the other way. So 3 times 5 times 10, so we do the 5 times 10 first to get 50, and now we're back to where we started. We're 350, so you've got 50 plus 50 plus 50, right? 0 plus 0 plus 0, 0, 5, 10, 15. There's your 150. Two different ways of getting there. Next one. 4 times 60. So here what they're doing is they're saying that's 6 times 10. So our problem is 4 times 6 times 10. So if we use the associative property and move the parentheses around the 4 times 6, 4 times 6 is 24. So using that same strategy we used in the problem above, 24 times 1 is 24, bring that fun little 0 down onto the end to get 240. The other way is leaving the parentheses around the 6 times 10, so 4 times 60. So you're adding 60, 60, 60, and 60 together. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 6, 12, 18, 24 to get 240. So this way isn't really helping me with my multiplication, but I can see how it would help to lay out how many 60s you're adding together and adding those together. This way, if you can remember this trick of multiplying by 10, to me makes a little bit more sense in terms of breaking it down into its 3 factors. All right, let's move on to the back. Place parentheses in the equations to find the related fact, then solve. The first one has been done for you, so make sure on your homework you're putting the parentheses in. Sometimes we skip those. So they're showing 2 times 20 as 2 times 2 times 10. They're just showing the related fact as 2 times 10 instead of 20. And they're moving the parentheses. Then they're solving what's in the parentheses and multiplying that by 10, which is our leftover factor, to get 40. So 2 times 20 is the same as 4 times 10, or 40. Let's try this one. So 30, we can say, is 3 times 10. Move the parentheses in the next line. What is 2 times 3? 6. 6 times 10 is 60. So 2 times 30 is the same as 6 times 10, or 60. 3 times 30, all right? This time we have 3 times 10. So now we have to move the parentheses. They're around the 3 times 10, so we have to move them around the other two factors. What is 3 times 3? 9, and 9 times 10 is 90. So 3 times 30 is 90. And the last one, 50. Okay, well, is another way to say 52 times 5? No. 5 times 10? Yeah. Usually mathematicians would keep all these numbers in order the way they're doing here. Now we're going to move the parentheses around the 2 times 5. What is 2 times 5? 10. 10 groups of 10. It's a quick one. 100. So 2 times 50 is 100. And again, some of these you can do in your head, but it's just a nice way to show this concept with easier facts. All right. Gabby solves 4 times 20 by thinking about 8 times 10. Explain her strategy. So we're looking for you to apply what we just did above. So let's write our problem. 4 times 20 is equal to what? Well, let's break this 20 into an easier fact. So we've got 4 times, what's an easier fact for 20? 2 times 10, right? We want to get a 10 in there. So this is the same as 4 times 20. Now we're going to move our parentheses around the 4 times 2. Don't forget about the times 10. What is 4 times 2? 8 times 10. So this is what she's doing, right? Which equals 80. So if I have to explain that, I'm putting it into words. She shows 20 as 2 times 10. Then moves the parentheses to 4 times 2. This gives her 8 times 10, comma, or 80. Okay? So take those big 2-digit numbers, make them into a simple tens fact, move your parentheses around your non-10 numbers, so the 4 and the 2, and then solve from there. All right, I think that's all. That is lesson 20. So go ahead and get started on that homework.